Welcome everyone. In my last two videos, I showcased trucks that I purchased for cheap and transformed into refined, dependable, daily drivers. So, in this video, we're diving into a topic that resonates with every car enthusiast out there. At some point in our automotive journey, we all dream of owning that one special car, something we can protect, keep immaculate, and of course, never drive in the winter. Back in the summer of 2019, I received a significant promotion at my job, and my new boss would regularly drive a very nice mid-90s GMC Sierra. This truck really caught my eye, and I decided I wanted something similar for myself. So I began perusing Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. Eventually, I narrowed down my choice to this 1995 GMC Sierra. This particular truck stood out to me since it was completely rust-free, the interior was decent, the paint was perfect, and unlike most of the other examples for sale, it was equipped with a 5-speed manual transmission. After messaging the seller, we set up a day to meet, and my boss was nice enough to actually drive me to the guy's house and thoroughly assess the truck for me so I could make an educated purchase. Once we agreed on a price, I paid the seller and my boss drove the truck back to my house for me since I wasn't as proficient at driving a manual as him. Thanks to his assistance, the truck made it home safely without any issues at all. Once I got back, I examined the truck further to see if there was any imperfections that we missed, and I couldn't find any notable issues. Overall, I would say I am very happy with my purchase. The mods done on this truck by the previous owner are very tasteful. I really like the roll pan, the wheel and tire combination is great, and the badgeless grille looks awesome, especially with the red lights behind it. I had no desire to change anything about it. However, I did want to make a few subtle enhancements. I decided to install a simple lowering kit that will improve handling, reduce body roll, and it will give the truck a nice, moderately lowered stance. The kit that I bought included lowering shackles, leaf spring hangers, 2-inch drop coil springs, and brand new front and rear Beltec street shock absorbers. The installation process was pretty straightforward. I had it finished within a 2-day weekend. And after I had a local shop do an alignment, I took it for a spirited test drive. I am very happy with the results. Then I removed the old restrictive exhaust manifolds from the engine, installed a pair of shorty headers, and added an Edelbrock air cleaner. These parts combined will allow the engine to breathe more freely and potentially increase horsepower and torque. After I finished reassembling the suspension and installing upgrades to the engine, my enjoyment of this truck increased exponentially. The better handling and surge in power renewed my appreciation for this truck and made every drive feel more exhilarating. This GMC Sierra is now a perfect mix of style and performance. However, there is one more adjustment I would like to make. The burgundy interior in this truck always bothered me. There was a few minor issues like the old carpet and a persistent smell that wouldn't dissipate, but the main problem was the color. I just never liked it. The dark red shade felt out of place and didn't match the impression I wanted for my truck. Determined to make a change, I ordered brand new carpet and new headliner material. Then I began gathering parts from various junkyards to complete the interior color swap. I spent a lot of time searching for all of the necessary components, but the most elusive element was the bench seat. I searched through many yards of derelict vehicles with no luck. Thankfully, I eventually located one in excellent condition. I started by removing the dashboard. Once the old one was out, I put the new gray dash into position. After that, I fed the wiring harness through the firewall and tightened down the hardware. This was by far the most difficult part of the process. Once I had everything situated, I did a few tests to ensure the gauge cluster, radio, and climate control functioned normally. Following the dashboard replacement, I removed the burgundy bench seat, interior panels, and headliner. This exposed the 30-year-old carpet underneath, which showed clear signs of wear and was likely responsible for the persistent odors in the cabin. After disposing of the old carpet, I prepped the floor by installing sound-deadening material and thermal insulation. Once the surface was ready, I laid down the new carpet and carefully cut openings for the shifter and seat bolts. Next, I stripped the old burgundy fabric from the headliner board and applied a high-strength adhesive formulated for automotive interiors. Then I carefully installed the new gray headliner, ensuring a smooth, wrinkle-free finish. With all of the interior components installed, including new carpet, new headliner, bench seat, and dashboard, the transformation was complete. The once dominant burgundy was completely gone, replaced by a clean, gray OEM look. And the cabin now had that new car smell that you can only get from a fresh interior. During the interior restoration, I installed a footprint gas pedal to increase horsepower and intensify acceleration. I also upgraded the climate control dials, replacing them with much nicer knobs sourced from a GMC van for a better feel and appearance. Then I replaced the stock radio with a retro sound unit that preserves the vehicle's classic aesthetic while incorporating modern conveniences such as an auxiliary input and Bluetooth connectivity. Next, I painted the door handle to align it with the refreshed interior color scheme. The final touch to complete the interior was swapping out the loose stock shifter for a brand new short throw shifter. By shortening the throw, it minimizes hand movement during shifts, leading to a more responsive driving experience. So, after many hours of hard work and dedication, my vision for this truck has finally come to life. The combination of quality performance upgrades, the striking contrast between the bold black exterior and the clean light gray OEM interior truly make it stand out. And the sense of accomplishment I feel is incredibly rewarding. Now I need to address an issue that plagued me throughout much of the time I owned this truck. When I first bought it, I had a secure location to store it, but some circumstances changed and I could no longer afford to occupy a space in that building. As a result, I had to rent a 10x20 storage unit, costing me over $200 a month. This was far from ideal and it quickly became very frustrating. Thankfully, a friend generously offered me a spot in his garage at a discounted rate, but even that was only a temporary fix. In my previous video, I discussed the challenges of not having a structure of my own, and that video concluded with me finally getting a garage. Owning this garage not only provides valuable storage space and protects my vehicles from the elements, but it's also very convenient since I can secure my tools and work on my trucks whenever I want. So, at long last, I got my garage. My GMC Sierra was protected on my own property. I could keep it out of the weather and enjoy driving it on nice days, and I thought that would be the end of the story. But it wasn't. By the time everything about the truck was exactly how I wanted it, I felt there was nothing left to do. The perfect paint job combined with the dent-free body required me to worry about this truck anytime it wasn't inside. This meant that I was constantly concerned about its surroundings and potential hazards when navigating through traffic. This level of paranoia kind of defeated the purpose of owning this truck. After giving it much thought, I ultimately decided to sell it. Selling this truck was a smooth and efficient process. Thanks to its distinctive features and exceptional condition, I didn't have to navigate through a sea of potential buyers. The individual who purchased this GMC Sierra from me recognized its value immediately and didn't hesitate to offer the full asking price. Initially, I was reluctant to part with this truck, but the newfound space in the garage has opened up room for more projects, and I no longer have to constantly worry about accidentally damaging the paint on my GMC Sierra. I felt a huge sense of relief the moment the new owner took possession of it. If you're interested, I have 2 other truck movies on my YouTube channel similar to this one. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think.